All right, so we are back here on our second segment of this show, Talk So, the New Gambia platform. Like I said, we are here to sensitize our people about their civic rights and responsibility. New Gambia platform, you can check us online on Facebook. You can search for us, and also on WhatsApp. Now, we're gonna be discussing about TRRC, the progress and how we see it. What are the positive and what are the negatives, if there is any. And also we're going to be talking about the release of the junglers who testified. What are the reasoning, and whether it is a good idea to release them, and how are the victims going to be feeling about this, and what does the law say. So this is gonna be taking about another 15 to 20 minutes discussion. So we want the viewers to stay put and analyze what we're gonna discuss here. Is gonna be brief, and again we're gonna be back on this show every first Sunday and the third Sunday of the month, 11 a.m. Eastern time in New York. It depends what is the time difference in the Gambia and other part of the world, but we're gonna try to have this civic education show from New Gambia platform with these great guys. So I'm gonna start with again Sam Sitting. Sam Sitting is on my left. I mean on my on my right, and then we have Alas at the bottom. Yeah. So Sam, what do you think? What is your view about the progress TRRC making, and then what is your opinion about releasing of those 3 junglers who testified that they have participated in the murder of Gambians?
Thank you so much again, Mr. Sawane. My take view on TRRC, I think this is a good thing. The TRRC is a good thing for the Gambian. We can take this as a therapeutic thing to heal the victim and the families. Because Mr. Sawane, the truth needs to be known. Gambia deserves to know the truth. And the only thing we can reconcile or forgive is by knowing nothing but the truth. So far, I'm really impressed how everything is going. And I think we also support and encourage the people that are doing the TRRC, anybody that's involved in it. Because we're learning a lot of things that many Gambians didn't know, what Yaya Jammeh has been doing. And then this is something that we need to learn so that this doesn't occur again. And I think that's one of the purpose of this. We should learn the bad thing, what has been happening, so that the future leaders or the current leaders will not repeat what has been happening. And my take on the jungler thing, I think that's too early for them to release those people. Even though I encourage their, I really, I mean, the way they come forward and telling the truth about what happened, I really encourage that. And it's something that, I was even surprised they did that. So even though they should get some kind of favor for doing that, because not everybody will come and tell the truth as it is. And some of their folks, they ran away, but they didn't run away, they stayed. And then they were able to comply with the investigators and tell them everything. But releasing them right now, I think is too early. So these people, they need to go on a lot of things. I've watched them and I know some of them, they're not stable in their brain. You cannot be giving those testimonies and be laughing and, talking like those are something has to be wrong with you. So these people, yes, they should go on a psychiatric treatment or whatever, but releasing them right now, I think is too early. That's not good to the families and to the victim. And who knows how that's gonna change the TRRC? Are you gonna tell me those people that ran away, the other junglers, they're gonna come back? They're gonna come because it will be easy to do if they can come and tell the truth and get released. Everybody will do that. You see what I'm saying? Regardless how many people you kill. So they should wait. I think they should wait a little bit until the TRRC is over, and then maybe we can decide, because we are all one people. this thing is not gonna come back. The people that has died, they're not gonna come back. We have to do certain things about it. We either learn from this and forgive each other, or punish some people. Regardless what we do, the dead people are not coming back. But releasing those people, I think it's too early, Mr. Sawani. That's my take on that.
Thank you, Samson, for that insight. So, Alice, what is your take on the progress of TRRC and the release of the junglers, whether it's positive or negative?
I mean, first we have to be happy, as something being said about the TRRC. It's a good set example also for many people to learn. One, to know more about what happened, and two, to know that if they should do that today, tomorrow also they also go to that place and try to explain. So then the problem is, because for us, many journalists, they just write something sometimes without details. And we have to be also very careful with such topics, you know, because if they are released, there must be something. And this something maybe, I'm no lawmaker, but maybe something to do with the law and the constitution. You know, not the constitution, but the law. You know, so we always have to ask ourselves, what kind of law is that, and why is it allowed? And if they are released, maybe because they were there to say what happened. Yeah. On the other hand, one can praise them for that. But doesn't mean that TRRC is going to say who is going to be held under custody or who is going to be released. That's not their duty. You know, we should not mix it together, because the TRRC, they have their project and they are dealing with it very fine, but they have no right to say this man should go to hell or heaven. Only if that person doesn't comply with the rule, because we have seen one. You understand? Then can the law come and say, not this way? You understand? So that's why I always used to say we have to explain to the people. I think the last time I wrote it, because there were some politicians trying to criticize the TRRC because of the partisan, or I don't know, interest, I don't know. But we should not fool the folk. We should tell them always the truth. No? We should understand that the TRRC is there for what? And to explain that to the people, to the party members, to relatives, and everybody. Then there will be no confusion. You know? And that is very important. And we always try to base everything on law, even if the journalists miss that point. There must be something that they are released, because I only know that in Gambia sometimes, I don't know, I'm not sure, but there is a law saying that you cannot take the person under custody nothing more than 72 hours without charging him, something like that. So that can even be a time factor that they even exceed this time, where the law says then they should go, but you can release them. Keeping their papers is still something different, but they can come when you need them. But according to law will say, okay, this person have to go home now. And even the TRC will not say no, because we are living with the law. And that's what gives us peace up to today. That's why I always focus on, we have to know the law, we have to respect the law, because that's all what we have. That's why we are living in peace.
All right, very good. Thank you, Alas, for that insight also. Now, the thing is, yes, Samson, you mentioned that, you know, they are giving us good information, which is what Gambia need, and that's the importance of TRRC. Give us information to make sure that, you know, like, people are sensitized, the victims can know how their loved ones died. These are all great, wonderful things. And I personally think this is the greatest thing that has happened in this reform process, I mean, TRRC. Because we all heard about these things. In Panderiso and other stores, you know, these people were killed, Alaji Job and Alaji Jalo, I mean, Alaji, Ibu Job and the Mammoth, they were killed. But we didn't know the inside how they were killed. So these junglers coming forward and testifying, and we have to also commend them for their their willingness to come forward, because we have seen how Yankuba Toure, refused to say something, the repercussion that he is facing. Now, my thing is that my question to you is that like, do you think like the justice minister is at his right to release these people? Because remember, they were arrested so that they can testify, and they did that. Now, do you think TRRC is an institution that should be responsible to punish them? I mean, it's not a court of, it's not an institution that deals with courts. TRRC is just to lay down the facts, and then the courts will take, the justice will take its course. So now, that being the case, do you think, the justice minister should go ahead and release them based on the fact that we haven't get to that stage yet? Or do you think releasing them is a danger to the victims, or to them, to the folks themselves? What is your take?
Okay, Mr. Sawane, I think the magnitude of the crime they committed, we all know, unfortunately, life has been involved in their act. So with that being the case, I don't think they should be released. Even though what Allah said is right, you should be held somebody more than 72 hours without being charged. So, but with these people, I don't think they should release them right now.
No, but the fact that they are already been their document, like I had, has been seized, and they have no means of traveling.
Okay.
And we haven't get to the point that they're gonna be facing the courts, because TRRC is not the court, so it's just laying down the facts. Do you still think they should be in custody?
I don't really know what the law will say about that, but to me, with what they committed, and it's not safe for their life to walk freely after knowing what they did. Somebody, from the victim's family to hunt them down.
Yeah, that's true. So, that's what I'm driving at. So it's not safe for themselves. So you think it's not a good decision to let them go?
Exactly, to let them out.
Unless they will give them good security, correct?
Yeah, and that's going to be hard in the Gambia, Mr. Sawane.
Because of course it will cost resources and so.
Exactly.
But Mr. Sawane, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'm very proud of Gambia that, what you are fearing is even happening, because people are living peacefully. Because you are right. It's a risk for them to go out. But look, they can live freely till their court time, and so that is possible in Gambia. That means we have to be proud. So what brings that? Because we focus on the law. Another person will tell you, no, this should not be, and you should do this and that and that. But we always have to go back to the law, and the law will guide us. Even the justice minister releasing them, we have to ask for what reason also, because there are other junglers also walking around. The danger that other people can do them something on the same side. That's another thing, but nobody is doing that. So that is a sign to show how peaceful Gambians are living. Even if somebody kill your brother, because you're waiting for the law, because you respect the law. So you're waiting for the law to come out and say this, not using your force also. Because if you do that, that means the law is useless. And when the law is useless, there is problem. That's why that was my advice also on this.
Right. So you're saying that because of the law, the way the Gambians are, so it's okay that this decision is made because these people will not be harmed. Fine.
They get them when they need them. And TRRC is no court, as you said. They are just there to hold the truth. And then people know.
So in your opinion, the justice minister did the right thing?
I cannot say, because I'm no lawyer, and law is a very, very interesting thing. It's very funny. So there must be a reason anyway. If I'm a journalist, I write it, they are out.
So how can we go and sensitize our people because it looks like when it comes to legal issues, our people are very, are very much, not sensitized about it.
Yeah,
Now,
I know. The Constitution not, and that's their real rights.
right, because when this thing came out that they're gonna release them, they
Mhm.
say that Batambedu is doing a dangerous thing of releasing these people. Is a danger to the society. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt the victims and all
that's
those
it. Because
things.
because
So,
because they get the information without the reason behind. That's what I always say. If I am a journalist, I want to write that. I will try to contact somebody and ask. Maybe he'll give me a small reason that the law says this and that. So writing my article, I'll also write it there according to the law. It's like this and this and this and that. So everybody will read it and know it.
but Isafal always mentioned that this is not a court. We are trying
Yeah.
to establish the facts.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the journalists writing that the journalists are released also. Before writing such an article, I mean, they try to contact maybe a Safal and or Tambedo just to have a little bit
So
about.
our journalists, our media, social media, and journalists are really not doing a good job to finding out. When they are putting the facts, they are not saying what are the implications or what are the laws.
They're doing good job. I mean, more details inside, so that there'll be less discussion. If you see those days, why I said Mr. Barrow should always go to these televisions, GRTS, and address the public if there is any important issue. You know why I used to say that? Because then there will be less discussions.
Right.
You understand? But there's something important. A journalist write that. It can be pro or contra. So that means to us, the news is coming very different from what will really happen. Things like that. So it's very important. Always to, even if I say Saware is freed, then let me write a little bit more
Exactly.
detail that people know exactly what happened.
So
Then
the
there be
news have information. So the
that's
problem
it.
here, Sam,
That's it.
according to what
Yeah.
Alice is saying, is like have information is given maybe intentionally to create this cloud again in the Gambia. So Gambians ourselves, we're really our own problem. It looks like, we need to understand things before we put out, and then we need to sensitize. And that's why we are here as New Gambia platform, to make sure that all the informations are in balance and fair. And we when we say left, we also have to look at the right. Now, in my own opinion, the junglers release is the right thing to do, based on the law, because what I asked first, are their documents seized so that they will not escape? They said yes. So I said that is good enough. Now, it's not like they can be bailed too, because it's not a criminal. I mean, we haven't gone to the criminal part yet. When somebody is been indicted and charged criminally, then that time they can seek for bail.
You see, and how many people know that?
These are people, in according to the law. If you are called to testify, you must. Otherwise, you broke the law. If you refuse to testify, like Yankuba Ture did, you broke the law. So that time, there are charges that's going to be applied to you based on the fact that you broke that law, not the fact that what you did 10 years ago with Yaya Jammeh. That they haven't come to that part yet. They will not prosecute you for that. So that's the reason why Yankuba Ture was arrested and charged, just because he came to TRRC and disrespected the whole Gambia in front of everyone, demonized our process. So he was taken to high court right there, and the charge for murder, which also has also misinformation, because Yankuba Ture been charged for murder. They cannot apply that Korosi's murder to Yankuba Ture yet until we get to that part. They can charge Yankuba Ture for not, disrespecting the TRRC and refusing to testify. See, Gambian people, we need to understand the legal part. Legally, we need to be conscious, because if we are not, we're gonna be, reading the Constitution, just like going through like
laws,
this. We don't know how its implications are.
Misusing the law.
So I think also the Justice Department is not doing a good job when it comes to really. They are reactionist. When people say arrest Yankuba Ture, do this, they do that. And borough government also is reactionist. They just react to situations. They are not proactive. If you know your stuff, you're gonna be proactive. You will not gonna let people's noise make you make decision, and this is why we have with this
No,
government.
but I think there, Mr. Sawane, I think Tameru dealt according to the law, because you yourself said it. No, that man broke the law. So
He broke
then,
the law in terms of not testifying or
but
respecting
yeah,
TRRC, but it
yeah.
didn't, the murder of Korosise shouldn't come up now, because unless and until
Wait, wait, wait.
case.
That not. The reason the Justice Minister reacted was what you said, and that's very right. He broke the law because he had to go and behave like any other person by the TRRC. And without doing that, it's a law breaking. And many people misinterpret that. Many people use that also as political weapon. They hate him, they accuse, they hate the party, and that is everything different from the truth. That's why it's very important to always inform the people, as you said, the law and what the law can do and where the law is. That will ease the situation. But I cannot just see things happen. Uh, Even as a journalist, I can write it in a very different way, the way I want people to hear it. And these are very dangerous things in our society. You see Facebook sometimes, things happen, you see 10,000 different stories, and we're still talking about the same thing. That's dangerous in our small society like Gambia. If things like that happen, even the politicians, they have to also take a big responsibility.
Right.
They should not always focus on their interests. If I am a politician and see such condition, my people are yowling, I say, look, I myself, it's my responsibility to find the details and come and inform my followers again, to put them into life and tell them why are things like this. Not no, just to say, yeah, someone hate me, that's why things are like this. So I'm trying to get funds, but putting waste in their heads. And these things we should be careful. No, if we love Gambia, we love our people, we love our brothers and sisters, we always try to tell them what's happening. To be
Right.
fair, because we're all complaining Muslim, but there are a lot of things we do. I ask myself whether the 90% Muslim in Gambia is a fake or is real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we are real. It's just that we are. I don't think
but,
our emotion get ahead of us.
yeah, but we always say Muslim. I pray 5 times. I go to Gamo. I go to Meta. But sometimes you tell lies from mornings to evening.
Yeah.
So as if on you steal money from
Go
the
ahead.
people from mornings to evening. So the question is, don't they understand the religion, Muslim religion, what it says or not? Or they're doing that also for their self-interest? That's always the question.
Yeah. Okay, Sam. So let's come in and then just do our final wrap up, because I have
Okay. I think Mr. Sawane, Gambia is in a fragile situation right now. And I think when the news broke out that Junglers has been released, the justice minister should come out and explain, like Allah says, and explain the reason why they do that. And I know there's a rationale why they do that. It could be because of the law. So people need to understand why he did that act. Because to some people, these people are set free. That's how some people will understand it.
exactly. Information has not been. Communication is lacking.
Yeah.
Exactly, that is lacking, and that's gonna cause confusion if people don't know. And we all know the crime they committed. It's not a easy crime. So if you say they are released and people think that they are going to their home and do their life, they're free to do whatever, they're
Exactly.
not gonna take that well.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is the
But
situation.
the other people can have another information. That's why we
Yeah.
always have to be
Some
careful.
people might
Another
even get
person.
mad and then try to hurt them also, because they think that maybe
That's what I'm
yeah.
Exactly. They will take the law in their own hand. And some of the revelation, we all know how it goes, Mr. Sawane. Some of them have been suffocated to death. You know how hard that is? Choking somebody to die, a family member listening to that. My family has been choked
All
to
right.
death.
So
You think if you see that person walking on you know?
But that's why I say that Gambia is still peaceful, still respect the law and the same us that we can, that is even possible that they can live also freely within Gambia. When their time is up and we still focus on the law, that means they are going to be called to court, and that then the law will also say what's going to happen. So still we living freely. So,
Exactly.
but the TRRC, we have to respect it, you know, and as you said also, it's not a court. They are doing their job, and that happened. Not Gambia is not the first place that happened. Even that SFR, he did that many places. So
Right.
we have
So
to
in,
understand first what they are doing.
mhm,
We have to teach the people also why they there even. Because many are using it even to say they are against Jama. That's why they are doing it. So this misinformation, we have to be careful just because of
right.
self-interest.
Yeah. So in other words, definitely TRRC is a great thing. We all agree in conclusion, and we agree that the junglers was not communicated. I mean, the fact that their release was not communicated, but we know the implication, the laws. By discussing here, we know that like the TRRC is not a court of law, so they have no TRRC. Because you are notified there doesn't mean you should be in custody. But however, with these people, the fact that they testified and that their statement and they have done wrong, so the justice minister, they have seized their travel document according to what is hard. Um, that way they will not escape from prosecution. But at this point, unless the TRRC is done with, they cannot just take them to court of law as of now until all
Yes,
the facts are laid. So Gambian people, we
we need
need
to
to stay on our folks who are in power or who are who have responsibilities need to come out and explain. When they
they
say
are
we need
peaceful.
something, they should put a statement out. They'll say the
Exactly.
reasoning behind it so our people can be conscious. And our news media need to also research. They should make it their responsibility to find out when they hear something why. So that
Why?
way our
Why
people are
behind? It's very
communicating
important.
so that they can take things on their law on their own hands and react. Because people hearing that junglers are released, some people might go to their house or meet them somewhere and start
Yes,
to take the law in their own hands, and that's these people
yes.
life would be
You have to be very careful
yeah.
inviting people and
So
all
their life would be they would definitely life would be in danger. So we have to be very careful as the way information flows in our country
That's it.
and
That's it. That's
as
it.
the way we
Very true.
react. So
That's
that
it.
brings us to the conclusion of this talk show today from New Gambia platform with my folks,
Yeah.
Sam Sitting and Alas. So we thank you guys, and if there is anything last to say, just 30 seconds, just to our viewers, and we can meet again on the 18th on Sunday at 11. We have some topics coming up. Again, this our meetings, our Facebook, our talk show will be every first Sunday and the third Sunday of the month, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, New York, and I don't know what's the time other part of the world, but we can figure it out.
In Germany is
So,
always about 15
yes.
o'clock.
So Samson, let's go with you. What is your final thought?
Yeah.
30 seconds.
All I want to say is Gambia is for all of us, and I think we also come together and work the small Gambia and put our different aside. Let's say Gambia, Gambia first. Let's put Gambia first. We put our interests aside and speak the truth. And that's the only way that can take us way forward.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ford.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
very right, Samsudin. That's why I say I'm free to say what I want because I have
Yeah.
no party influence. That's why my words, some people they used to say I always used to send missiles. Not because I don't look left and right, because we need the truth. We can only
That's right.
live with truth we can live really. And we have to be real to ourselves in anything. That's why these people are far ahead of us. So that one we have to change it, and we have to change also our mentality. We have to put development before politics to go forward, and this is a warning. And
Thank
I
you.
know if we do it, we'll progress. Not politics before development.
Thank you.
That's what
All right.
I wanted to say.
All right. Thank you, guys, and I see you again in 2 weeks. Take care.
Thank you so much.
All right. Visit us on Facebook and your platform.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right. You too. Take care. Bye.